Good morning. So, the pumpkin saga has come to an end. I'm going to take you over here, mainly because there are no pumpkins. The vine, I also, besides squash bugs, I also had vine borers. So, it's decimated. Let me just show you. There's no coming back from this, especially this season, so I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to try and see if I can get any more beans to grow. Trying to water every day, even though just because it's been so hot, and then I'm just going to let this whole area go fallow, and I'm going to in the fall pull up my borders and put them someplace else. I think I'm going to make a smaller plot and higher, so I can do in above, do raised beds. And I'm definitely not going to do it over here just because it gets so much sun. Hello, where are you? Right there, just shining down. And it's my first year, so I'm trying to give myself some grace and not be too upset about it. I was able to get a lot of potatoes in that first harvest, and made quite a few meals with them, so I'm happy about that. I was able right at the beginning of the summer to get a lot of lettuce, and so until it got so hot that it bolted. I mean, literally like overnight, and so I am happy about that. So it was my first year trying different things, and I think I'm going to move the garden to a different area, and I'm going to start working on it in the fall. Start working on my area in the fall. So I'm going to dig out the ground, lay down some straw, put down some compost, cover that with cardboard, um, you know, and just start getting that soil and everything ready for the spring. I am debating whether I'm going to do any fall planting. I'm very, very discouraged. I will not lie. I am very discouraged, but I know that this is just part of it. You have to practice. I've lived in big cities all my life. So Nashville's the smallest city I've ever lived in. And, it just makes sense that I would make mistakes. So I'm very grateful for the experience, and I will keep going. I'm just hoping I can keep going, so that I can get some fall crops. So I'm doing some research. I think you can do acorn squash, some of the smaller varieties of squash I can plant, and they will grow, I think, into October, and then I can harvest and have those. So they will have the same issues, but at least now I know what to do. I use the peppermint soap and with water on the squash bugs, and then I bought needles, so that syringes with needles, so that I can inject the BT into the vines as they're growing, so that I can protect against the vine borers. So that I think will go well, because I know what to do now, but I'm definitely going to do a smaller scale. And I'm thinking of here's the old chicken coop. I'm thinking of using that, to put around the area, and then I will cover it with netting and stuff like that. That way I can keep off some of the bugs, and then just really be prepared to fertilize and aggressively, proactively go after those squash bugs and vine borers. I'm also going to plant it closer to the chicken coop, and my reason for this is that then I can let them out under supervision to kind of peck at the stuff and then put them back in the coop. I'm not free ranging yet. I'm not ready for that. So, but they do have plenty of space in here, especially once 2 of my roos are gone. They'll have a lot of space. So, that will be that'll be it for them. So I'm gonna turn you around so you can see the chickens, and I'm gonna sign off. The end of the pumpkin saga. Just fed them, changed their water. I'll have to do it again midday because it gets really hot. So, and their water thing is not working as well as it used to. I'm not sure why. It's just not filling up all the way around on the bottom. So I have to keep coming and shaking it up so that it will. Yeah, so that's my update. Stay positive, everybody. If you're wondering why I have the mask, I feel obligated to explain. I was doing a lot of cleaning of the old coop and moving all of the old pine shavings into the compost area. And I have asthma, and I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't breathing in anything. Yuck. So I just put that on, especially when I'm dealing with the chicks. So it's just a personal choice for my protection. That's all. So once again, have a nice day. It's a Saturday. What is my wisdom word from the garden today? What is the garden word today? Don't give up, but definitely let yourself feel what you need to feel in any given moment. And the lesson is sometimes things work and sometimes don't. So my need for doing this came about, because of all of the unrest and things that were happening. There were the riots a few years back downtown. There's, rumors of food shortages and things like that. And, I won't say that they're all rumors because I go to the store and I see, things missing that normally would be there. But then also just wanting to live a more sustainable lifestyle. We all talk about recycling. We all talk about getting out into nature and not deforesting things. But how do you learn to appreciate those things if you don't live with the land? If you don't understand it, if you don't hike it, if you don't turn the soil? You can't ever get to the point where you can really appreciate what you have around you unless you work with it. A lot of times we fear the unknown, and the fear comes from not being around it. I will not lie, terrified of having chickens. I was terrified of chickens. I'm also afraid of dogs, which I'm trying to work on. I'm going to get myself a dog because I want to overcome that fear. So things don't always go as planned. Never give up, and learning to live with nature and taking its ups and downs is a great lesson. Get started early, start small, build from there. Do what you can, don't overdo it, but definitely try to live as sustainable as you can. There is no better recycling than having hens that give me eggs. I'm not going to the store. I'm not driving to the store. I'm not buying a carton of eggs, which I'm then going to have to recycle somehow the packaging that it comes in, whether it's recyclable or not. And worried if my recycling center can do the kind of recycling that this package needs. There is no better recycling than me growing my own meat. I had not planned on doing that, but now I've changed my mind. That's something I'm going to be learning in the next couple of weeks, is how to process a chicken. So I will definitely film that. Just because it's a learning experience for me. And this channel is about kind of doing things, learning them, and sharing them with others so they can learn it too. And now I lost it. Oh yes, and there is no other more sustainable way to have a garden than having my own compost pile, which by next season, that's going to be a heap of dirt that I can then use in my garden. less time going to the store, less time trying to deal with the packaging that all of this stuff comes in. So, I definitely support local business. I'm not saying not to support local businesses and things like that is important for our commerce, but um, I can't, I don't feel comfortable browbeating recycling and sustainability and not actually trying to live as much as I can in that way. So here's to keep it moving. Here's to going forward. Lessons learned. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful day, wonderful week, wonderful month if I don't see you for a little while. So um, I'm not going to kiss you because my hands are dirty. Bye.